darlings. I just thought to be more visible with more of my stuff. So, something that I do when I think about food as an activity, because we're not always eating just for hunger. When I'm thinking like I want pleasure, like now it's separate in my mind. Like I am full. I had a carb feast today. I feel totally satisfied. I could even have bulletproof coffee later. Haven't had that yet today. But when I kind of think about food in the realm of pleasure, something that I do is A, I recognize it, and B, sometimes I do other things with food, meaning that I actually do like, oh, I have some time right now. I have a little like break in between when I thought I had a call and when I can do some other stuff. So what can I do? Let me do food prep for tomorrow, because we don't cook when we want to eat. We cook before we eat, or we prepare before we need to eat. And then our food heating, cooking is typically, if we're gonna do it in the moment, it's brief. So what I thought to do was just show how I prepare my cabbage. So cabbage is something, one of my like top favorite high fibrous vegetables. It is, what do I want to say? Yep, lots of fiber, little calories and carbohydrates for a large amount of food. That's a useful tactic to take when you are aiming to lose weight. So I eat a quarter of a head, typically at a time. I take out like the little core, and then I just try to slice this as finely as possible. The thing that I'm always nervous about with sharing food stuff beyond just sharing an individual recipe is that what I'm sharing is what I do. So obviously this is totally fat burning appropriate, but the amount is appropriate for me. And so this might not be appropriate for you. And so one thing I would encourage everyone to do is, if there's a manner in which you aim to eat, do find inspiration or recipes around it, and then make the amount reflective of your requirements, all right? Your activity, your body size, your fullness is really what we're looking for. And I'll just say, with fat burners, the only thing we measure is fat, because that can pack a punch but not necessarily make us exponentially more full. And then the rest of stuff, it's like we start with like the size of a deck of cards for protein, and then we just add more based on fullness. Okay, super simple. So essentially it's like I'm just dumping all this in this bowl. But the thing that I just thought to share was that I do add a couple things that actually help with it, the breakdown of cabbage. I never massage this stuff, but I just happen to like look on my ChatGPT thing, and that what we're gonna put on this will actually help this break down. So if you're someone that, you know, enjoys cabbage, but feels like, you know, it makes you gassy or it bothers your belly at all because it is so fibrous, basically massaging it a little bit can just help break it down. And we're gonna add a little bit of like a splash of vinegar to it. This is like for overnight. And we're gonna add some salt. All these things, they just help break it down a little bit, and it adds nice flavor. And I'm just gonna like flip this once, and we're gonna hit it with salt again, and that's gonna be it. Okay? So basically I'm just gonna put saran wrap over this and stick it in the fridge. And then when I am ready to eat tomorrow, I just literally stick this whole thing in the microwave. And that is a portion of my meal. I made a bunch of chicken, how I marinate it. I cooked it all yesterday, sitting in the fridge. I'll just measure out however much I want. I'll cook this first, and then I'll actually put the chicken on top of it after it's cooked, and I'll recover it with this saran wrap. and I'll let the chicken warm up from this cooked cabbage, and then I'll eat it. So it's a really like simple way to do one thing and affect two things. So I kicked this off with saying that I was thinking about food in terms of pleasure, and I choose to do something with food besides eat it, kind of to like satisfy me a little bit regarding pleasure. And the thing that I want to say about that is that I'm not aiming to deny people of the pleasure that food is, because it is pleasurable. But if waistline reducing behaviors are something you really want to be participating in, we just need more than food to give us pleasure. We just need more outlets. Also, we don't want to be beholden to like, I don't want to eat the ice cream, but I do want to eat the ice cream. I do, I don't. When we're beholden on sugar, when we're beholden on carbohydrates as our main fuel source, when we are hungry often, when we have cravings, all of that makes not eating certain things or eating less often really hard. So, if you are someone that would like to kind of have the internal separation between hunger and pleasure, the need for pleasure is what I mean, and you would like to be less kind of like bound by foods that are higher in carbohydrates and typically higher in fat right along with them, kind of making weight loss or health achievements feel a little more challenging, please consider undergoing a mitochondrial reconstruction. Please consider getting your body into a fat burning mode and getting set up to run on the body fat that you would like to have less of. This is something that will give you more energy, it makes weight loss easier, it slows aging, it improves health. It's kind of like one-stop shopping for waistline reduction and health improvement. It's awesome. Anywho, should you be inclined to learn more about that, see where you are on the sugar burning spectrum. So see what percentage you are burning, sugar versus fat. I'll attach a quiz below this. And if you're inclined, there are a couple videos following to check out if you want to understand more about fat burning. And if you are also wishing to make some big moves or consider them regarding weight loss and your health, please set up a free time to talk to share where you are and where you might wish to go. All right, would love to help you. That's it. Thank you. Love to you, and until next time.